In half a minute, the ground can change everything. Buildings sway, roads crack, power lines fall. For the people caught in it, those 30 seconds feel like an eternity. This is the story of a quake, a brief but powerful reminder of the Earth's restless energy. Today, we explore what happened, why it matters, and what lessons can be drawn from this 30-second earthquake. Earthquakes are sudden movements of the Earth's crust. They happen when tectonic plates shift. These plates are massive slabs of rock that cover the surface of the planet. They move slowly over time, pressing against, sliding past, or pulling away from one another. Stress builds up along the boundaries. When that stress releases, the energy travels through the ground as seismic waves. That release is what we feel as an earthquake. Earthquakes vary in strength. Some are so small they are only detected by sensitive instruments. Others are large enough to cause destruction across cities or entire regions. The energy released is measured on the Richter scale, which records the magnitude of the quake. Another scale, called the Modified Mercalli Intensity Scale, measures how strongly people feel the shaking and how much damage occurs. No two earthquakes are the same. The depth of the rupture, the type of ground material, and the distance from populated areas all affect the impact. Even a moderate quake, if shallow and close to a city, can cause significant damage. This earthquake struck without warning. At 2:17 in the afternoon, people were going about their normal routines. Office workers were at desks. Children were in classrooms. Shops and markets were open. Then, the ground moved. At first, it was a low rumble. Windows rattled. Chairs shook. Some people thought it was a passing truck. But within seconds, the shaking intensified. Floors buckled. Walls cracked. Books and shelves tumbled. Ceiling tiles fell. In homes and offices, people rushed to doorways, desks, and sturdy tables. Emergency alarms sounded in factories and public buildings. The quake lasted for about 30 seconds. That may sound short, but it was long enough to disrupt daily life in profound ways. In the city center, tall buildings swayed. Glass shattered from some windows. Cars stopped in the middle of roads as drivers struggled to keep control. Public transit halted. Trains applied emergency brakes as sensors detected the quake. Subway passengers waited in darkness when power briefly cut out. Hospitals switched to emergency power as generators came online. Staff worked to calm patients and secure equipment. Out in residential neighborhoods, older buildings suffered cracks. Some weaker structures collapsed. Families fled into open streets, seeking safety from falling debris. Power lines went down. In some areas, fires broke out when gas lines ruptured. Firefighters moved quickly, but their work was slowed by blocked roads and heavy traffic. Communication networks faltered. Mobile service became patchy as towers overloaded with calls. People tried desperately to reach loved ones to confirm they were safe. Aftershocks followed. These smaller tremors often come minutes or hours after the main quake. Some were strong enough to cause further damage, deepening fear among residents. By evening, the city had changed. What was normal in the morning had shifted in less than a minute. This earthquake, though lasting only 30 seconds, demonstrates how quickly natural forces can reshape urban life. First, it shows the importance of building standards. Structures built with modern earthquake-resistant designs often stood firm. Buildings without reinforcement suffered more damage. This highlights the need for constant upgrades in high-risk areas. Second, it underscores the value of preparedness. Schools that had practiced earthquake drills reported calmer evacuations. Families who had emergency kits found themselves better equipped to cope with disrupted services. Communities that plan ahead tend to recover more quickly. Third, the quake revealed the interdependence of infrastructure. When electricity failed, communication networks also failed. When roads cracked or were blocked, emergency services slowed. A single failure cascaded into others, multiplying the impact. The event also raises questions about early warning systems. Some countries have networks that detect seismic activity seconds before the shaking begins. These systems can automatically stop trains, shut off gas lines, and send alerts to mobile phones. Even a few seconds of notice can save lives. Expanding such systems globally could reduce the impact of future quakes. Climate change does not directly cause earthquakes, but rapid urbanization and population growth in seismic zones mean more people are exposed. Today, millions live along major fault lines, in cities with limited preparation. That reality makes understanding and planning for earthquakes even more urgent. Finally, the quake highlights the human side of resilience. Neighbors helped neighbors. Strangers offered shelter, food, or a phone to call family. Community response is always critical in the first hours before official aid arrives. 30 seconds may not seem like much time, yet in those moments, the Earth reminded us of its power. The quake reshaped buildings, roads, and lives. It revealed vulnerabilities in our systems, but also strength in our communities. Natural forces cannot be stopped, but their impact can be managed. Better building practices, stronger infrastructure, early warning systems, and community preparedness all reduce risks. This 30-second quake will be remembered not just for the damage, but for the lessons it taught. Lessons that cities worldwide can use to prepare for the next time the Earth roars. Thank you for watching When the Earth Roars, 30-second quake. If you found this exploration valuable, consider subscribing for more clear, documentary-style looks at the natural forces shaping our world.